Hi everybody, Dr. Misty here from New Horizon Chiropractic. How's everybody doing today? So I wanted to talk about 3 great things to avoid when going grocery shopping, especially when you're trying to lose weight. So I know, believe it or not, summer is right around the corner. It's about 3.5, 4 months away. So for those of you who are trying to lose weight, you might get caught up in these in these words when you're looking at nutritional labels thinking you're buying something healthy, but really it's you want to avoid these things. Okay, so I call them the 3 lows. All right, and the first one is low calorie. Okay, so you really want to avoid something that tells you low calorie, because typically it's filled with artificial sweeteners, dyes, unless it's water or the actual product is low in calories in general. So, you have applesauce and it says low calorie. Well, yeah, I mean, apples are lower in calorie, right? So some of it, you got to use your common sense. But if you're buying packaged food and it says low calorie, you're going to want to avoid that because it's going to be filled with more chemicals and things with, if you look on the back of the package, it'll have a long list of ingredients with really long names that you can't pronounce. So you want to avoid that, products that say low calorie, okay? The second low that you want to avoid is low fat. So low fat on a package actually means high sugar. Okay, so every time you hear low fat, I want you to think high sugar. Okay, because there's still, if you look at it, the calories are a little bit less, but listen, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. Okay, and then 1 gram of carbohydrates or sugar is 4 calories. All right, so you need to add more sugar to a product you're gonna balance it out. It's gonna be a little bit lower calorie, but your body they're adding sugar to, that's how they're compensating for the fat. Okay, so you really want to avoid low fat products. Okay, so think they're adding that added the sucrose, so which makes your blood sugar spike and then drop, which makes you crave more food and keeps you satiated less, right? So, and this is going to contradict the next one I'm going to say. So this one, avoid low fat, avoid the products that actually say low sugar. Okay. I know that's counterintuitive to what I just said, because I said, to avoid low fat because there's more sugar in it. Avoid low sugar. You don't want to have actual sugar. You don't want to go for products with high sugar, but you want to avoid low sugar because typically that is where you get into trouble with artificial sweeteners. So aspartame, sucralose, all those things that actually get broken down in your body. Aspartame actually gets broken down, and a piece of it gets broken down into 3 things. A piece of it actually gets broken down into, believe it or not, formaldehyde, which is what we embalm dead bodies with. So you're breaking those artificial sweeteners. You're actually self-embalming your body. The formaldehyde actually gets stored within your fat cells. Okay, so the 3 lows to remember to avoid: low calorie, low fat, low sugar. Okay, avoid those, not in general. You don't have to do that in general, but when reading nutritional labels, that's very important, because those are kind of tricky things that trick you into buying the product because you think it's healthy, but really it's balanced out with either artificial sweeteners, chemicals, or sugar, right? So those are 3 things to avoid. Best thing you can do, hands down, is buy as whole food as you can. That will help you to avoid some of that. But really, when you're buying those processed foods, you got to be looking at labels, guys, because that's what's going to save you with your health. Okay, so the 3 lows, don't remember when you go to the supermarket this weekend with your kids, or without your kids, and if you're with your kids, teach them the 3 lows. Okay. But that's, again, it's just a marketing trick. It's a marketing trick to get you to buy that product because they think that you're making a healthy choice, but really it's not the way to go. Now, if you're going to buy a product that says, okay, well, counteract that? What if I want to reduce my calories, or what if I want to eat a diet lower in fat? Well, that's okay. But again, it's more about it's not I'm not telling you eat a diet low in calories, low in fat, and low in sugar, although low in sugar would be optimal. I'm telling you, avoid those three things when you see them on a label of your food at the grocery store, okay? So low calorie, low fat, low sugar means artificial sweeteners, chemicals, and more sugar added into the low fat. All right, so just a couple tips to keep you guys healthy when you're going out there shopping. I know these things are not they're not common knowledge, and it can be a little tricky. So I hope that helps you, and have a wonderful week.